Most people on Wegovy or Zepbound think when they're losing weight, it's all body fat. But if the weight loss is too fast and you're not tracking anything else, there's a good chance that you're losing too much muscle. And this is not what we want. As a retired university kinesiology and nutrition professor, I've taught body composition for years in my classes. And I always have my clients, when I'm working with them, track their body fat to ensure GLP-1 success. Now in this video, I'm going to show you, hang with me because I'm going to show you exactly what you're losing and why the scale alone can be dangerous and can actually be misleading. So stick around and hear the best way to avoid muscle loss on your GLP-1. And let me just start with a quick story. I had a client who came to me. They had, first session, they had lost 11 pounds in 7 days and they were so excited. They were thrilled, but I had to pump the brakes because losing weight that fast, it's almost never all body fat. And fat, that's what we want. And when we check the numbers, he had dropped way more muscle than what he needed to. And, but he wasn't alone because this happens all the time. And the only way to know what's really going on is to test your body composition. And body composition is just a fancy way to say, hey, how's our body composed? How much muscle, how much fat, how much bone, how much water, all the things. The gold standard for doing this type of testing is called a DEXA scan. It's super accurate, but it usually requires a clinic visit and can be kind of pricey. What I recommend most of the time for my clients is to use something called a smart scale. And this is something you can get off Amazon for 50 bucks or under. It usually, there's an app for your phone and it tracks your body fat percentage over time and your muscle too. So it's not perfect, but it's consistent, and that's what's most important, and measuring your weight consistently over time to monitor what's really going on. And so the quick question for you, do you monitor your body fat regularly? And if so, how are you doing it? I'd love to see that in the comments, to see what you're doing and how many of you are tracking your body fat. So let's talk numbers. In most cases, when we lose weight naturally without the medicine, you can expect to lose 10 to 15% of that weight from lean muscle, skeletal muscle mass. So that, but that's normal. If you're using a GLP-1, some studies show that subjects had lost a whopping 40 to 60% of their weight from lean mass, and that's really caused a panic online. But here's the truth, 40% is not typical, so don't fall for all the fear-mongering. But again, don't ignore it either, and pay attention to the warning signs. Are you losing weight really fast? Are you, losing your strength and your endurance? Are you fatigued all the time? These are all signs. And a typical weight loss is somewhere around 1 to 2 pounds a week. That's realistic. That's sustainable. And that's really what you should be shooting for. So I may be stepping on some toes, but it's the truth. And here's why this matters. Your skeletal muscle is what I like to call your metabolic powerhouse. It's what keeps your metabolism running, your body strong, and your energy up. You lose too much of it and you're only going to get weaker, and it's also going to make it harder to keep the fat off long term. And it's going to, at some point, it's going to stall your weight loss. And so when you ignore this muscle loss, it's certainly one of the biggest mistakes that GLP-1 users make. And there are others. There's so many, I created a resource guide. I call it the top 5 GLP-1 mistakes that users make and how to avoid them. Just comment mistakes below in the comments, and I will send that cheat sheet, that resource guide over to you. So how do you protect your muscle while you're losing weight? A couple things, and you may have heard this before. Number one, it starts with the food you eat. It starts with protein. And we've got to be eating enough protein, and then the dirty E word, what I like to call it. Dirty E word, exercise, specifically weight training. So make sure, number one, you're hitting your protein goal. Ideally, you'd like to space this protein out throughout the day, distribute it equally. Somewhere we say about 0.7 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, or somewhere between 20 to 30 grams of protein in each meal. And then you also need to add some form of exercise. Resistance training is where you get the biggest bang for your buck. You don't have to get a gym membership. You can do body weight exercises. You can do dumbbells. You don't have to attempt to be an Olympic weightlifter. You just need to signal your body to say, hey, hold on to this muscle. I want to hold on to it, and I want to really target the fat. So if this video was helpful and you've been ignoring muscle loss, then let's get to it. And if you're interested in how to get more protein and what the protein can do and how to get the most out of protein on your GLP-1, you're going to want to watch this video right here. And it's a good one. So we'll see you there.